Okay, I've made a decision. No more sex. I know this comes as a shocking revelation or whatnot, but yes, I've decided that I am no longer going to have sex until February. End of February. It's 2 months, 2.5 months. Let me see, the reasons behind that are, I think that I distract myself from getting to know somebody, or I somewhat cut it short, you know, maybe getting into a relationship with somebody by possibly sleeping with the person too soon. Yeah, I know, this makes me sound really bad. I think when I was a lot younger, I think I thought that that was a way to grab someone's attention, or to, you know, in some way it was, I don't know, that I could get them to like me, you know what I mean, or I didn't have the self-esteem to, you know, that they would be interested in anything else. Don't get naked physically or otherwise too soon. And this is why it says, sex moves us at the speed of light past things we ought to be moving past at all. Shouldn't be moving past at all. The getting to know you stage. There are several ways to know that it's too soon. Here's one. When you don't know each other's middle name. You haven't talked about protection and when you're doing it. I guess protection's something you should have available, but I guess it's something you should discuss with the person. You know, you got to know them long enough where you're like, well, you know, what type of protection would we use if we were to go into that? You know, I'm not on the pill, you got condoms, this type of thing, right? When you're afraid, the guy won't call unless you do. From this day on, I will no longer have sex with somebody unless I feel that they will call me, or that there's no fear that after we do this act, that person, I won't hear from the person again. I think it's time to get on board, you know, put the mirror in my face and say, hey Lisa, you know, maybe your self-esteem hasn't been what it could have been. Now that your self-esteem is 110% better, it's time to face the facts of what you've been doing wrong in the past. Going slow. It's not only is it a good idea to go slowly in launching the initial sexual encounter, but once you're sexually going slowly is a great turn on. Even if you decide to be sexual, the longer you wait, the longer you take, the happier in general both of you will be. Now, I know a lot of guys out there, if they were to hear this, they'd be like, tease, right? But I don't think that guys appreciate a girl that is, you know, easy to have either. You know, if we just put the she's being a tease on the back burner, and then put maybe a little respect and admiration for the other person up front, then, I mean, you kind of understand this message that this book's trying to say. Obviously, rushing into things hasn't benefited me. So that's obviously like, doesn't work. Okay, I'm proof. I've said to my friend, well, or many of my friends, you know, the definition of insanity is making the same mistake over and over again, expecting different results. Tips in this chapter was, be realistic, be specific as to what you want, right? Take responsibility. So take responsibility in what you're doing and also what they're doing too. It's not all about your fault. I mean, you know, but yet it's not completely about them either, right? So it's a little bit of both, right? It takes two people to party. Be active, you know, so, you know, make those changes, make that effort, right? Don't settle, right? So just because someone takes an interest in you doesn't necessarily mean that they're Mr. or Mrs. Right, right? Reevaluate often. So in the process of your dating or in the process of the actions that you take, think about what you're doing, right? Just don't go completely by instinct. Use your brain. Don't, go by whatever he or she says down there. Write stuff down. That sounds a little neurotic, but I mean, maybe it's good to write a few things down and say, to reevaluate what you're doing, right? Keep yourself on track. I think you got to write down what goals you want or what it is you want in a relationship. And then throughout the dating or whatever it is you're doing, it's good to set a plan, right? God, this doesn't sound very much like dating. It sounds like I'm making a building. But, I mean, maybe this is something I need to do because it's something I haven't done before, right? So I don't want to be crazy anymore, right? Like I said, be creative. Try new things. Be aware and analyze your fears. So, yeah, wish me luck. I don't have any dates lined up. Surprise. But, I don't know. I think the next date I have, I will log it, and we'll see what I'm gonna do. Okay? Maybe matter. I mean, I have to try something different, and I'm not desperate. This is not desperate. This is just me trying to be better, right? Like to get better at what I'm really weak at. I don't know. Give me your advice. Obviously, this isn't going to be me on a date. Okay, sir. But anyways, give me some feedback. Tell me what you think.